Have you noticed how starting the Christian journey is the easy part? Maybe it was an inspiring sermon, maybe you were just in a good mood, or maybe some friends began also and you all began at the same time, and starting was really easy. Hello, I'm Clarence, I'm the preacher. The hard part begins after the new wears off. After the excitement of those initial days or weeks kind of wanes and you get into the daily grind of things, that's when the hard part of Christianity really begins. And there's a trick I want to share with you to help you stay in the process so that the daily repetitive, the mundaneness of life doesn't wear you down and cause you to give up. So let's look at it this way. One of the tricks is to have the right attitude. That is to have the attitude that this process is part of it. This is what's going to be. All of life is this way. There is no real exception. There is not a system on the planet that will take away the repetitive and the mundaneness of life. Look, I hate to be negative, but it's just life. Look at a career. You have a lifelong career. Sure, you have some mountaintop moments. Absolutely. But most of those days are monotonous, repetitive, just daily grind days. Marriage is awesome. And in marriage, you have some wonderful mountaintop days and you have some great love. But look at each individual day of a marriage. And many of those days are simply the daily grind. Raising kids, what an awesome blessing. Absolutely. Some mountaintop moments. But there are some dark valley moments too, and there are those daily grind moments. This is just life, and Christianity is very much the same way. There are those mountaintop moments. There are those great times that you have in Christianity, and then there are all those days in between. And those are the ones that you have to learn to fall in love with. And if you can have the attitude that you fall in love with the process, this is God trying to purify me. These daily mundane days, or even the worst, walking through the valley of the shadow of death, that is the refiner's fire, bringing the dross out of me and bringing it to the surface so that I may be purer and purer. So if I can fall in love with that instead of resent that, then those daily grind days are still going to be repetitive and mundane, but there's going to be value. There's going to be gold in each and every one of them. Also, you have to have the understanding that when we became soldiers of Christ, we were not put in a protective bubble to prevent us from experiencing anything unpleasant. In fact, we were warned by Christ that we would be disliked and betrayed by even family in some cases. So if you were looking for a protective bubble, I'll become a Christian and my life will be great, my family will be great, and nobody would get sick and die. I don't know what you were listening to, but it certainly wasn't the Bible. So we're soldiers. So this is our attitude. We're soldiers of Christ. We arise, we put our armor on because we are going into a spiritual battle. And now our adversary, the devil, is really looking for some way to bring us down. And some of his best tactics are in those daily, mundane, repetitive, kind of ho-hum days. And if you have a bad attitude about those days, now the devil really has some leverage with you. But if you fall in love with the process, then there's just no way he can stop you. If every day you have that attitude that, hey, I really am, I'm getting better in every way, every day, I'm getting closer to God, I'm becoming a better, stronger Christian, I'm going to be a better Christian today than I was yesterday. If that's your attitude, even in the daily grind of routine activities, man, the devil can never stop you. You got it. The only way you can be stopped is for the opposition to kill you. But as far as you're concerned, that's like, okay, early graduation. I'm trying to get to heaven. You're just going to get me there earlier. And when you have that attitude, then the daily grind of life, and I hope it doesn't sound too disrespectful, but the daily grind of Christianity is a blessing. It is something that keeps you moving forward, growing and developing greater and greater. And with that attitude, You're unstoppable. Hey, put your comments below. Share your thoughts. Share this video if you think it helps somebody else deal with the daily grind of life. And as always, I hope you have a great day.